Woolly Week is coming. We are just over 2 weeks from our third Woolly Week. And a lot of people have been asking on Woology, what can we do to get ready for Woolly Week? And Jim told you that we're releasing some really great lesson plans that will help you during Woolly Week, and we'll release those a week ahead of time. But something that I'd like to challenge you before we go into Woolly Week, before we go into that lesson plan week, next week, why don't you try and find the story in a video? Last year, I kind of talked about Woolly Week, and I told you that one of the things that is hard sometimes to wrap our minds around is that the story in the videos isn't about what vocabulary is in it. It isn't about what grammar structures we can harvest from it. The great thing about the videos is that Jim doesn't just tell a story through lyrics. He has really great actors and really great illustrators that make his videos a visual story. So there's more to the story than just what's inside the lyrics. So as you go into next week, what's a way that you could take one of the videos that already exist on the website and really dig the story out of that video? Did you know that Jim has in every teacher account on the Señor Woolly Pro, he has a set of slides, a slideshow of stills from that video. So you can go through that slideshow of stills and select some of the slides that you want to use to tell the story with your students. Maybe you want to tell it before you watch the video. Go through and show the slides and see if they can help you build what's going to happen. Maybe you want to watch the video, and then after they've listened to the lyrics and you've talked maybe or done the cloze activities from the supplementary packets, maybe you want to have them retell the story from the slideshow of stills then. But my challenge is just take a step next week toward really looking at the story that's inside those videos. Because I'm afraid if we don't watch the video for that visual story, that narrative, we're missing a really key ingredient. I always think in terms of my classroom, I'm trying to prepare students at the end of 4 years to go on to take a test like the Apple exam. Some of you have the AP test, some people do the STAMP test, but my students want to test in Illinois to earn the seal of biliteracy. And to do that, they have to be able to sustain a narrative over more than a paragraph to become an intermediate, mid to high speaker. If we don't ever cultivate and harvest these stories from songs, then we're missing an opportunity to help them learn to build narrative. Because as they look at all the visuals, we can teach them a lot about adding detail. If you've seen our video series on how to teach a graphic novel, Jim and I did a video tutorial of an activity called Circle the Wagons, which is just another little way that I use to try and build the story that's in a graphic novel or in a video. So as you go through next week, the last week, the quiet before the storm of Woolly Week, I would just like to challenge you to go to those videos, go to all those great supplements that he already has on the site, and find something that you can do to get ready to tell the story of that video, and then share with us a little bit on Woology. Because one of the greatest things about Woology is that it's a place that we can go, and as teachers of the same language, we can talk about what we're doing and what's working in our classroom. So share what video you use, share how you dug the story out of it, and we'll look forward to seeing you there next week, and we'll look really forward to what we have to share in the weeks to come. Adios.